Should you list your house lower than the market value when you go to sell your house? We're talking about that right now. Should you list your house low and sell it fast, or list it high and wait for the right buyer to come along? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Hi again, this is Vito Scarnecchia with the Abitano Group. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time or you've been here multiple times before and haven't done it yet, please consider subscribing, hitting that little subscribe button. Make sure to hit the bell so you're made aware of upcoming videos. We post new videos every week and I'd hate for you to miss any of them. Today we're talking about listing your house low or listing it high. And there's multiple reasons why we do both. If you're comfortable waiting for the right buyer, list it high, but understand that you're missing out on a huge amount of potential buyers that are ready and willing to buy your home. And believe it or not, it's always kind of a point of contention with my sellers because they always think that their house is worth X. Why shouldn't I list it at X? Well, when you look at the chart that I have in front of you, what you're seeing is when you list it at X, or what the market value is, you're only capturing a small part of potential buyers that are ready and willing to buy your home. So what you're seeing here is when you list your house low, it doesn't mean that you're saying my house is worth $900,000. You're saying, hey, I'm capturing as many people as I possibly can that are ready, willing, and able to buy my house at the market value. Now, are you going to get offers at your list price? Probably, because there's agents out there that don't know to check comps or comparables when they go to put an offer on the house. The smart agents, and we've been doing it for a long time, is one, you go to the MLS and find out what the solds are in that area, whether it's a condo or a townhouse or a housing area and it's a new home. You get the tightest comps possible and you show what the last few sold homes are. When you list your home, it's not saying my house is worth X, like when you buy a shirt on Amazon or you go to the store, you say it's worth X and I'm going to go to the counter and pay for it. It's not like that. We're in a seller's market. And all right, so what happens when you list your house too high? Well, you only get 5% of the market, maybe. And your house is going to possibly stay on the market for too long. And there's one golden rule in listing homes, listing and selling homes. Your house is the most valuable when you first put it on the market. After 2 weeks, it becomes a stale product. So ultimately, when you list your house lower, you're going to sell it faster, but you're also going to cast a wider net, which means you're going to have many more eyeballs taking a look at your house online, on the MLS, on Zillow, or what have you. You're going to get more interested buyers looking at your property, actually setting an appointment to see your house face to face, and you're going to have more disclosures downloaded, which means that there's a whole lot more interest, and you're going to get more offers. And that's the name of the game. We want to have multiple offers, multiple bids, so we can work with them and show them what the actual value is on the property, which in a blind auction means that you are willing to pay a little bit more than the other person to get that house. And after all, there's only one house that we're selling at that time. So when it's an active blind auction, you actually get people to pay a little bit more than what they're comfortable doing or what they thought they'd be comfortable doing. And then your house gets sold for more than market value, faster, and with less stress. Yeah, you have a couple sleepless nights, but I have case studies that show I can sell a house in 3 or 4 days and get $200,000, $230,000 over asking price, $20,000 over market value. Same thing with another one. Look at Southcrest. We listed a house at $1 million, knowing that the house was worth about 1.2, and we got 1,230,000. So we got $30,000 over the market value in 4 days. Same thing with Surrey. It's an original house. We listed it really low, as clean as possible, and we got $50,000 over asking price, and really $25,000 over market value, because we had multiple bids. We had on Southcrest we had 5 offers. On Surrey we had 3 offers. We went with the highest bid, which was ultimately $650. This works in down markets and in up markets as well. So at the top of the market, I sold a house on Royal Oak for $250,000 over asking price. We listed at 1.150, $1,150,000. We got bid for $1,400,000, and it was as is, 0 contingencies. They got 30-day rent back, and my clients went down south and bought a house cash, and they were sleeping very well. What we were expecting is probably $1,250,000 at the very top, but what happens is people get excited and they overbid. In down markets, it's the exact same thing. If you list it too high, you're gonna see your market scale down. And basically what you're gonna be doing is biting your arm off 1 inch at a time, lowering your price, waiting for the buyers to come by. This is called a lead generation funnel, and it works every day. You probably don't even know it, but when you sign up for something, put your name in to get more information or get something free or what have you, you put your name into it, you're basically right at the top of the awareness funnel or the marketing funnel in the awareness category. And we generate that interest. We develop that interest over time. And it could be a 24-hour thing, or it could be a 24-month cycle of generating that interest when you're finally ready to look at buying that product seriously. And then you come up to the decision factor of buying that product, whatever it is. And then you want to make that purchase. So iPhones, it's the same thing, right? Oh, look, there's a new commercial of an iPhone 20 and I want to look more information. I want to look into it. So I go to the website and get some more information. I sign up for announcements and when its release date is, and then I continue to push you with information. Hey, release date just got moved up 2 weeks. Guess what? If you want to buy this iPhone, we're going to do it. That's great. And this could be a 3-month cycle. It could be a 2-week cycle. Again, it doesn't matter. And then all of a sudden your mind is racing. Oh, I really need that iPhone 20 because my iPhone 7 is so out of date. It doesn't work with the Bluetooth anymore. Okay, well, good. Now they're saying, here, do you want to push a button? Push a button, you can buy it. We can make it really easy for you to buy it. It's the same thing in real estate, except for a house is not millions of products, it's millions of dollars, and it's one specific product. So we developed that awareness through listing it lower, grabbing more people, casting a wider net. Hey, Mr. Agent, can you get the disclosures for us? Because we want to look at it and see what the termite report is and what the home inspection report. Make sure nobody died on the property in the last 3 years, and we just want to make sure that we're really in love with this house. Okay, so now you're interested in this property. And then the agent comes back and says, hey, guess what? We have offers due tonight at 5 o'clock. Did you want to write an offer? And all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, let's write that offer. Okay, well, there's 10 other offers in, and I think it's going to go for X amount over. I just did comps for you, just so you know. And right now, really, it should be about 1.2. Do you want to buy this house or not? Boom, that's how it happens. That's one very, very simple trick. Obviously, you want to have the curb appeal set up. You want to have your landscaping done. You want to make sure that any kind of repairs are done before you put it on market. You want to make the house look like it's maintenance free or it has no maintenance issues. If you have chips in the paint or scratches in the floor or what have you, those things can detract from the value. Now, when buyers look through the house, they know what your house is worth. You know, they go through Zillow every day. They go through your MLS listings every day. They're getting a feel for what your house is worth. And if it's at $1 million and it's really worth 1.2, they know. they know in their heart of hearts. It might not be their first offer. When they write their first offer, they think they know everything. Buyers think they know everything, and sometimes they lose their first offer. Sometimes they listen to their agent and they get the house. All right, so the other thing too is getting your house set up, ready to go, pricing it right. And then the third thing is rocking that marketing. If you're not sending it out to every available eyeball, and I'm not just talking about putting it out on Zillow and the MLS, I'm talking about doing Facebook, social posts, advertising, Google Ads, video, YouTube on video, on Vimeo, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, anywhere that takes, there's IGTV. You have to be everywhere today. And if you don't know how to do that, if your agent doesn't know how to do it, maybe you need to find an agent that knows how to do it, because at the end of the day, going back to Marketing 101, is we want to cast the widest net possible. And if we're just going on TikTok and Facebook and that's it, we're not really servicing you as a client. So we're posting ads, we're setting up posts with the videos, with your photos, with your drone photography, your drone video. We do video walkthroughs. We have a 360 camera that we do a walkthrough. So if somebody's in Utah or somewhere else and they can't make it to your house, they can do a walkthrough, a virtual walkthrough. It's great to have, right? Does it sell houses? It helps. It helps. It helps gather that top level of the marketing funnel and generating that interest so we can get the showing, so we can get the disclosures out, so we can receive multiple bids, so you can get the highest bid possible. And folks, that's how it's done. That's really the magic. The main purpose of this video today wasn't to tell you to list it $500,000 lower than what the market is. The number one reason why homes don't sell is ego. At the end of the day, when your agent comes to you and says, your house is worth this much, but I think we should list it this low, understand that there's a tactic and a strategy and a well-known strategy that we use behind it. And at the end of the day, if we come up short, you don't have to accept that offer. You have three choices right then and there. You can say, no, go back to the drawing board. You can counter it, or you can accept it. It's completely up to you how you want to handle it. Do me a favor real quick, take 2 seconds and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also hit the like, the little thumbs up, and the little bell so you'll be notified of upcoming videos.